You ever hear a name pop up in two completely different places and think, wait, what? Well, that's exactly what's happening with the name Nano Banana. Today, we're going to peel back the layers on this one because it tells a fascinating tale of two totally different innovations. One is changing our digital world, and the other, well, it's changing the real world.
So let's start with the one you've probably seen blowing up your social feeds. Google just unleashed an update to its AI image tool, and yep, it's called Nano Banana 2. It's the follow-up to the original model that got everyone talking, and believe me, it's promising to be a whole lot more powerful.
All right, so what is this thing, really? Well, Nano Banana 2 is Google DeepMind's next-gen image generator. It's built on their super powerful Gemini 3 Pro model, which means it can crank out these absolutely stunning studio-quality images in up to 4K. But get this, the real killer feature? It can actually create sharp, readable text in a bunch of different languages. And it can even tap into Google's search for real-time info to make its pictures even more accurate.
So how big of a jump are we talking about here? The first Nano Banana, it was fun, right? Expressive, great for making quick edits. But let's be honest, anytime you asked it to write something, the text was a mess. Just total nonsense. Nano Banana 2, though, is a completely different animal. This thing is pro-level. It gives you control over stuff like lighting and depth, and it absolutely nails the text. This isn't just a small step up, it's a potential game changer for artists and small businesses who want to create amazing visuals without a Hollywood budget.
Of course, whenever a tool gets this powerful, it starts some pretty important conversations. You know, the ability to create images that look totally real. That naturally brings up concerns about misinformation. And it throws those big questions about data privacy and who actually owns AI-generated art right back into the spotlight. It's a powerful tool, and like any AI, it's still learning, which is a huge part of the whole discussion around this kind of tech. So, we've talked all about this incredible digital tool, but here's the twist. What if I told you that the most important Nano Banana out there has absolutely nothing to do with AI and everything to do with, well, actual bananas?
Okay, so let's switch gears. Welcome to the world of agricultural science, where nano isn't about pixels on a screen, it's about real physical particles. And here, nanotechnology is being used to tackle one of the biggest challenges on the planet, how to feed everyone.
The field has this really complex-sounding name, nanophytovirology. Yeah, I know, it's a mouthful. But the idea behind it is actually pretty simple. It's just the science of using incredibly tiny particles, we're talking between 1 and 100 nanometers, to help us manage the viruses that attack our food crops. You can almost think of it as super high-tech medicine, but for plants.
And why is this so critical? Well, check out this number, 47%. According to researchers, plant viruses are responsible for 47% of all crop losses from pathogens around the world. That is staggering. We're talking about nearly half of all the disease-related damage to our global food supply, all from these tiny invisible invaders. So how in the world do you fight back against a problem on that scale? Well, one of the most amazing solutions comes from something you probably threw in the trash this morning, banana peels. That's right, scientists have figured out how to turn this everyday waste into a seriously powerful high-tech nano fertilizer.
And this isn't just some wacky idea. A study in a major scientific journal points out that banana peels are absolutely packed with nutrients. By using nanotechnology, we can actually recycle them into a special kind of biostimulant nanofertilizer, basically a way to supercharge how plants grow. You might think making something called a nanofertilizer involves a crazy, complicated lab, but the process is surprisingly simple. You start by just washing and blending banana peels into a mush. Then, you treat that mush with an alkaline solution and boil it. After it cools down, you add a couple of other ingredients, and that's it. You've got this nutrient-rich liquid filled with nanoparticles that plants can just slurp right up. And the results? They really do speak for themselves. What you're looking at here are little seedlings, chili, tomato, and pea plants that were fed with this exact fertilizer. This isn't just a theory anymore. It's a real technology that has a visible impact on the food we grow. Now, this is what I find really interesting, the hard data. When researchers tested this stuff, the plants that got the banana peel nanofertilizer grew their first roots in just 3 weeks. That's a full week faster than plants that got standard fertilizer, and 2 whole weeks faster than those that got manure or nothing at all. That's a massive difference in efficiency. So there you have it, 2 completely different technologies, both springing from the idea of nano, and somehow both sharing that quirky banana name. Let's pull back and put them side by side to really see what they mean for our future. Okay, so let's just break it down. On one hand, you've got Nano Banana AI. It lives in the world of artificial intelligence, and its whole job is to make digital images. Its impact? It's probably going to revolutionize everything from advertising to movies. Then you have the banana peel nano fertilizer. It comes from agricultural science, and its job is to help real plants grow. And its impact? Well, it could help improve food security for the entire planet and make farming more sustainable. And that just leaves us with this one big question to think about, doesn't it? One of these nano bananas is all about creating brand new imaginary worlds on our screens. The other is about sustaining the one very real world that we all depend on for our survival. So it really makes you wonder, what does progress really look like, and which of these innovations is ultimately more powerful?